Gotti, hard body, Gotti's world, we some mob bosses. Tune in, don't just come across. We do it all, y'all just for the talking. Might lose your mind when you hear these topics, no cap, think about it. Who you know going this hard, all real, all way, think about it. Best interviews, who is this? We don't do all this, that entrepreneurship. Come and link, join the viewership. Education, relationships, businesses, view the clips. This the Midwest takeover, going overtime to invent on focus. Bringing guests in from all over, whole lot of game, we don't need a closer. Gotti, hard body, Gotti's world, we some mob bosses. Turn them L's to lessons, we don't do the losses. Dedication daily, ain't no other options. Booking up these lots on every show we plotting. Pull up a chair, make sure you watching. Subscribe, get them notifications popping. Pull up all the champagne, we gon' get it poppin'.
Yeah, what's going on, y'all? This is your boy Gotti on the Gotti's World Show. Hey, man, I'm back with another one, man. And today, bruh, this brother here, man, I know y'all know him. I know the city. I know they got a special hand on this brother, man. When I say he does so much, I had to even do some digging, man. And when I made some phone calls and did my little digging, man, I really realized that he got his hands in a lot of shit in the city, in and out the city, man, with a lot of celebrities, a lot of people that we, you know, influencers that we look up to in the city and outside of the city. And man, he just put on, him and the good brother Twister, man, just put on a dope back to school Stop the Violence basketball celebrity game, man. Matter of fact, here's a little bit of that, man. Go ahead and run that for me real quick. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. I'm talking about the good brother, Dex Million.
How y'all
What's
doing?
up, bro?
What's going on, man?
How you feel, man?
I'm good, man. Really, I'm blessed.
Man, look, brother, let me tell you, man. Like I told you when you walked in and I actually saw you, man, I appreciate you, bro.
Thanks, man.
I appreciate you. Everything that you do, man, whether it's your resume on paper, just from what I see and what I hear, man. And it's just like you are one of them people that I look up to. And when I say look up to, no BS, like look up to try to get myself in a position like that.
I appreciate it, man.
You know what I mean?
Appreciate that, bro.
Like seriously, man, like I want you to break down some of the accolades, but we're going to get into how this podcast works is we go from the past, present, and the future.
Okay.
And we get to know you, man. So the first thing how I start this thing off is in the morning for the brother that you are. And before you go out to this crazy world, how do you center yourself in the morning? What do you do to get yourself together before you walk outside?
I pray.
Yes, sir.
I pray. Get in the quiet room, meditate a little bit. Starbucks always works.
What you get for Starbucks? I get strawberry inside.
Macchiato grande.
Okay.
Caramel macchiato grande.
Okay. All right. You got to get that.
Every morning they know my name.
They do.
Like 4 different Starbucks. They know my name.
Oh man. So, bro, where are you originally from?
I'm from Chicago, the West Side.
Oh shit, West Side. West Side. West Side. So, growing up as a child, man, what did it look like through your eyes growing up from where you from? Your part.
I grew up in church.
Okay.
That's why I'm from the hood. You know, a lot of people. I'm from Chicago Avenue, right off Chicago Avenue and Lawler. But you know, I got the typical story where you know you had your drug dealers, your gang bangers, the ball players, etc. around you, and you know that's how it looked for me when I was younger. But you know, I just did something different.
Far as your mom's pops, how was that growing up? But what would they say if I could talk to your moms and pops or siblings or anything like that? How would they describe you as a kid?
Exclusive. Still, I stayed to myself a lot.
Okay.
Kind of always thought I knew everything. You know, that's because I studied a lot.
Okay. So you did your work.
I did the work. You know, I was one of them. Like I didn't need to be at school. Like, I felt like, you know,
you Mr. Know-it-all.
Yeah, but I didn't know though. You know, you don't know until you go through a lot.
That's a fact.
You know,
that's a fact. Do you have any siblings? Or
yeah, I have. Actually, my brother passed last year.
Oh, sorry to hear that.
I got a brother and sister on my mother's side, and a brother and sister on my father's side.
So, even to get into the position that you in, man, what did it all start? Like to even move into these avenues of getting to know people, networking, music, starting being a whole entrepreneur in general?
It started from my passion came from just like I had a group of friends that I grew up with, and we used to like argue about music all the time, about the billboards. So I always had to get the knowledge of knowing who was on the top, so I can win that argument.
Gotcha.
That's where I got my knowledge from as far as the business, but my ear and you know the camaraderie with people came from church. You know.
So even with getting into music and just, you know, doing your homework and studying things like that, did you want to always be like in the background instead of the front? Because you know it's flipped now. Everybody want to be in the camera and want to be seen and be known, but
no, I was that dude that was my mama have vinyls and I read them. You know, I listen to the music, of course, but I read the vinyls. I always read the critics, and I'm like, well, I can't sing, I can't dance, you know, I can't, you know, I ain't got no rhythm, and I don't play no instruments. So it's like, I want my name on here though.
Got you.
You know.
So that's where everything kind of like strives for. Like, man, I just want my name in here.
Yeah, I just want my name on there.
So you produce?
Executive produce.
Okay. So, break that down exactly what that means.
Sometimes it can be financially, but sometimes it can be just the idea that I'm giving, you know, for bringing a project together. So I get a couple of producers together because I want it to sound like this.
Yeah.
I want to go this route with it. I want a birthday record, or I want, you know, a sexy record. So that's the executive producing part of it for me.
So with you coming with these grand ideas, how do you get, and this is a personal question for me, how do you get one to even see or hear you to say, all right, I give him a chance to go ahead and do his thing. I kind of trust his you
talking about as far as them?
Yeah, somebody looking into you, seeing something in you and giving you that shot.
It's a grind. It's really, you know, just I've been fortunate and blessed to, you know, be around the right people. And I always try to bring something to the table. I don't go asking for nothing. But you know, how can I help you? You know, if it's outside of music, I don't approach everybody with music. We end up working together, but I don't approach it that way. So it might be something that I can help them with. And it ain't got to be financial, but it could be more so just, oh, I got a resource for you. You trying to buy a building? I got somebody for you. you know. But it's just, you know, I've been fortunate. Like I've been in the game for a minute. People just gave me a chance, and you know, and I nurtured it. You know, I nurtured the relationships.
See, and that's the thing that I've learned even through this grind of you know, trying to get into the and getting getting into the media space and doing what I'm doing and creating my platform to something. You know what I mean? And people actually looking like, okay, well, he might got something. And as it build and I put more into it, like I really understand that it is relationships.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And just doing good business.
Good business.
At the same time. Like, for instance, like I told my man Big Twine, who was here the other day, man, his episode just dropped. I threw a Hail Mary.
Shout out to Twine.
Shout out to my boy Twine, man. I threw a Hail Mary in the deal. And even though I haven't formally met you, I've seen you, you know what I'm saying, in different spaces that I was in, and I was just like, okay. And I'm like, man, I'm the type of person that wants to know who does what. You know what I mean? And then when it was broken down to me, like, okay, Dex, he does this, he works with this, I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Like, damn. And then as my grind going, I'm like, I know the podcast is what it is, but I want to get into more.
Right.
I want to be a go-to. I want to be one of the biggest voices, even in the city and even in the world. But right now it's just like, man, I just want that notoriety in certain ways. And it's just, I'm just like, man, how did he get into that position? But I understand it is relationships, and that's the biggest thing ever.
And understanding too, it's just like really no certain way of doing it. And I don't look down on nobody or look, you know, I always give everybody a chance. If it's something about them, you know, I focus on that good thing about them.
Yeah.
You know, I don't look at the negative part unless they put me in a position to
give you a reason to do that. Yeah.
But I give everybody a chance, no matter how big I done, you know, or the biggest stages I done been on, or the biggest platforms I done provided, or situations, you know, I still reach back for the people that's coming up.
And it's one thing that I get discouraged about in certain ways is, and if you could help me with this, please. I know that you never supposed to overlook, you know what I'm saying, certain people. And I feel like in certain ways I am an underdog. And that's cool. But it is a lot of people that's like, oh, he ain't got enough numbers. He ain't got enough this. Or he's not this right now. Or we going for this. This is the type of look we want right now. And it's just like, damn, like, but y'all don't even know. You know what I mean? Y'all don't even know I'm building and I'm, you know what I'm saying? And it gets frustrating in that way because it's just like, man, it's just like you get overlooked. And you just like, damn, like, what do I have to do?
Man, perseverance, for real. Really. That's one advice. I don't do panels because, you know, it ain't no certain way of making it. You know,
Facts.
You know, people get up there and tell you, you should do this, you're supposed to do this, you got to have this.
But that might not be that way.
It might not work for you.
Yes.
Different things work for different people. So my thing is just being perseverant. There's going to be ups and downs, really. And that's when, it's like lifting weights. You know, the harder it get, that means it's working. You know, so.
That helped.
You
that
know,
definitely helped.
I mean, you know, I see you, man. So I see you, bro, for real. Like, and I'm supporting it, for real.
I appreciate that.
I'm truly supporting it.
Bro, you don't, like I said, bro, it's been, and people don't see them, and I'm going to ask you the same. People don't see them days. They don't see them nights to where it's like you trying so hard and you moving. You really moving. I think you got somebody coming. You got somebody coming in?
Yeah. Oh, she should be out.
Okay. Just go ahead. You can, you know. But just let us know when she gets to the door and we can make it happen. But basically what I was saying, man, they don't know some of these days and some of these nights that we go through to where it's like, man, we putting everything into it and it's just not working, man. Sleepless nights and all that. sleepless nights and all that, man. So tell me about some of them days to where it was just like, man, too much. And what did you have to do to get over that hump?
I mean, it's been days I wanted to quit, bro, for real, a lot. But you got people careers in your hands. You got, you know, a lot of people depending on you.
Yeah.
And, you know, you just gotta, for real, as cliche as it may sound, just push through it and just keep going, because, you know, certain situations might not be for you.
Yes.
And you gotta be able to recognize that too when it ain't working. You know, every situation ain't good for you.
That's a fact. And I have figured that out.
Yeah. I
have figured that out. But even in certain ways, I know that it's been shown to me that by the grace of God, man, it's been shown to me that, man, keep moving. I'm allowing it. I'm blessing it. You know what I'm saying? For you to keep going and keep doing this, because he just keep making ways for me. Right. He just keep making ways. So I'm like, I know I'm supposed to be here in this vicinity.
Right.
It's just like, after you hit a certain plateau, it's like, man, what else? What do you do? What do you want to go for? And then you just find other avenues. You're like, damn, this is another challenge.
I always kept myself motivated because I did basically everything.
Yeah.
But what motivates me is like doing it over for somebody else, and that expression, that feeling that they get, you know.
I got you.
And it being new to them. You know?
I got you. I got you. I definitely get you. Somebody, she at the door now. Yeah. So basically, bro, how these are some of the things that I really need to know, bro. Exactly. Could you please break down everything that you do? Everything. Like, if you could break down some of these highlights of, you know, the things that you do, just break them down for them so they actually know.
So what I do is I do artist development. I started off doing artist development and management. I do events. I do A&R work. I do it's a bunch. I got my CEO. I do musical plays. You know, I write, and it's a lot. My hand is in everything as far as, you know, just the creative part of the industry or entertainment. So, I mean, I do comedy shows. You know, a lot of people don't know that. I work, you know, I work with Dick Gregory, you know.
Whoa. That's big.
Yeah.
You just dropped the whole, you just dropped. Yeah. Yeah, you put some shit on the table right now.
Yeah, so, you know, but I was inspired by a lot of people. I had a lot of good people around me. I got a lot of good mentors, and, you know, and you know, I just stay connected and, you know, and grounded. No matter how much I'm doing, or if I ain't doing nothing, you know, I stay humble and prayed up.
Man, that's big. What who is some of the people that you can go to when it becomes just too much for you? Who are some of your mentors that you know you just spoke on?
It's this guy named his name Frank Lewis. He's really, I mean, he's a body full of wisdom. You know, he's just, you know, he's been in the industry for over 30 years.
Yeah. He's
the son of Ramsey Lewis, the jazz player. But, you know, he kind of, like, he's my partner too. But, you know, when I'm doubting something, I call him. And but I didn't start with him. You know, I had to grow to him.
Yeah.
You know, it went from this tech guy by the name of Israel. He's the first one that gave me a chance in the music business. Fine. And he had this company called The Corporation, and he was like, you know, hey, you know, he saw me hustling. Yeah. And he told me that hey man, you can come work for me and run my company. But he gave me a president spot in the company.
Now, from going to a spot, well, just getting a spot, getting the opportunity, and then going to a president spot, like, that shit was mind-blowing. I know it was mind-blowing at one point in time, but was you ready for it?
I wasn't. I mean, I was ready for it. I always thought I was ready. But you still, like I told you from the beginning, the experiences that you go through get you ready.
Yeah.
But you get out there, you got to do it.
You just got to do it.
You got to do it.
For even what would it take for somebody for an artist or anything like that to catch your eye and say, man, I need to see him. I need to go talk to him. I might want to grab him up and see if we could do some business. What would that take?
Persistence. There's always talent needs to be there, but the persistent. I can make it work. Whatever it is,
Whatever you got, yeah.
Whatever you got, as long as you consistent and you loyal and you got some integrity about it. So more so that, integrity. Like I passed up on a lot of talent that's out here, that's got big and got signed and made millions.
Yeah.
I won't kick myself in the butt for it, but it probably wouldn't have worked with me.
Gotcha.
That's how I look at it.
So you're not even afraid, because people would be like, well, whatever, if I can get something out of it, then that's cool. But you like, you know what, I just rather not, because I don't want to jump. You know what I'm saying? It might not be for me.
No, I don't need nothing out of it. The thing too is like I don't chase I think if you're good at something, you'll get paid for it regardless, whatever it is.
Yes, sir. I believe that wholeheartedly.
But I don't hustle the game. So I'm not, if a situation financially is good and it's not good for me, I won't do it. And a lot of people say that, but I really don't do it. I really wouldn't touch it. But I would always help. Like if you're doing something and you needed a connection or a resource that somebody would normally charge you $5,000 for,
yes,
and I can just walk you in the room, because it might be better for you. But I can always come back to you now.
Yes, that's a fact.
I can always come back. You're a crutch to me,
Facts.
So that's how my relationship's been built and stacked up.
I'm learning that. But like I said, man, it's just get to the point, even with me, like, and it's great to even, like I said, I'm getting blessed right now, because it's just like, even to just get some of these gems from you, and then even just saying that I sat across the table from you, that right there makes this show, you know what I'm saying? Because it's just like which color was on here? Oh shit, it's an easy sell. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
And it's just, I've been getting so blessed like that. But I know, like I said, man, it's a lot of other avenues and it's a lot of talent. And I believe, what I've come to believe, even just coming into this, like, the best thing overall in life you can do is just help.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just help. Even with the shorties that come in here, I give them a little thing, because I am older than them. I give them a little thing and then give them a source to where it's like, okay, you can go over there, you go over there, you go over there. I just use my name. I just tell them, you know what I'm saying? That.
Yeah.
And the blessings I didn't got out of that, just then will be wanting to come to their video, or, hey man, come to my listening session, just check it out, man. I know your opinion. It just make me like, damn, just that?
Yeah.
I did that out of kind of small heart, and y'all really think that's big, and it's just like,
but people don't know, like, for real, man. I got some equity into this. I've done the Regal Theater. I was throwing shows when the Regal was there, the Portage Theater, the United Center. To grow from, the YMCA.
yeah,
was crazy. That's how I got started. I had a show at the YMCA. One of my buddies, a good friend of mine, he came to me a long time ago, and he wanted to do a show at the Y. I ain't know nothing about no shows. I wasn't even in the business yet. But and he like, back then, he like, man, give me $500. I remember. Give me $500. And we're going to get the show and make some money. So in my head, I'm thinking about the money.
Yeah.
I do the show. I get double my $500. I was a shorty. That's a lot
I'm
of
good.
money.
I'll be cool.
Yeah,
I'll be cool after that. Yeah.
So we get to the show, man. It was on commercial. It was out south. I'm from out west.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody there. About 10 people. 10 people there. But, so I come to him after the show like, hey, where's my money? Give my $1,000. He said, didn't you see nobody at the show?
We ain't make no money.
We didn't make no money. No, you didn't make no money. Mine was an event. Right. So, but we lost, but that started my whole career right there.
It gave you a spark.
Because at that particular show, I met this kid, Mush Millions.
Okay.
And Mush asked me to come to his studio the next day. And I went over there and met with Mush and his cousin, Doe Billions. And they had this other kid named Potency and Jock. So they were like, man, we need a manager. You should manage us. And I took that job, and it took off from there. Because everybody wanted that kid Mush. And he kind of opened a lot of doors for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What does it take to be a manager? Because it's so many people out here say, this is my manager, and a lot of people just winging it. And I understand sometimes it may work. Or they may have some type of knowledge or some type of go get them about them or business mind about them. But what does it actually take to actually be a manager, a artist manager?
Well, it's a couple of different managers. You have you got what you call a personal manager. You got what you call a business manager, and you got a role manager, and you can have a production manager, etc. But for an artist, it's really a business manager and a personal manager, and you may have a role manager.
When it comes down to that.
When it comes down to that.
Yeah.
But a personal manager, like, it's different levels of it. Some of them got connections. Some of them just a family member that they trust, or a friend that they trust, or somebody that they trust, or somebody that really smart, as far as, the numbers and can speak well, very articulate. The dichotomy are from the managers are the personal manager is supposed to be your main manager, and he hires your business manager.
Guy.
Yeah, he do all the hiring. Like, he run your company.
Gotcha. My experience, because I did have a dope artist, and I just gave him my connections, my avenues, and things like that. Unfortunately, he was just kind of like, he wanted to shy away from the music right now because he had a whole bunch of life things going on. I said, cool. But it was just like, it gave me a bad taste, because it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I invested my time, connections, and things like that, and kind of like put a bad taste in my mouth. So I was just like, ugh. But it's so much talent out here that just need the guidance. And I'm just like, you know what? I come down to the point where I just help. If you just call me, I just help, and I just point you in the direction. Man,
it can be very intricate dealing with artists.
Yeah.
Because sometimes it get personal. Sometimes it get messy. I think if you keep your integrity though, and do the right thing all the time, you should be cool. But that's the hard part about managing, because you never know, and this guy by the name of Maurice Guns, he told me a long time ago, never rely on the artist. Focus on the brand, the Dex Millions brand. Because I was always putting the artist first, Like, I never put my name on nothing. He like, focus on your brand, because you're going to always have that to fall back on. Because the artist can quit tomorrow.
Yeah.
And it's like a relationship for real. They, you feel like you broke up with somebody after you lose an artist,
That's a fact. That's a fact.
And it happens, because it's, you're going through it. And everybody don't agree, It's just, being able to come together and have dialogue and, understand each other.
Yes,
That's
sir.
the most important thing.
Yes, sir.
Respect each other's decisions or opinions.
Yes, sir.
So,
can I talk to you a little bit about business?
Yeah.
Being in them rooms, being in them Universals and Def Jams and things like that, being in them rooms, because there's not a lot of us in them rooms, you know what I mean? So is it is it as scary as they say that it is? Because it's like some of the people are sharks and they've been doing it for years. And then with a young person or a young manager coming in saying, no, this is our value. Is it really like, do you really have to be like one of them sharks or know what the fuck going on?
No, I mean the industry is like everything you heard about the industry.
That's that.
It's
Okay.
true. You got some people, man. They'll take your watch off you in front of you.
Shit.
And not, but you just gotta, know how to move, be yourself and confident. Of course, I was nervous a lot of times,
Mm-hmm.
and I had this thing, I used to. It's pretty old, but this was my thing when I get nervous. I had a pack of Tic Tacs. I used to always. I don't smoke or drink or I don't got nothing to curb that.
Yeah.
So I had Tic Tacs. Like okay, but just being in there and observing the room and for me, I like I told you, I do a lot of studying and reading. So I'm more so gonna listen for a long time, then assess the situation and do my research, etc.
Mm-hmm.
And but it can get bad. It's been times that it was like, man, it was just messed up situations.
Shit.
And like, man, I lost a lot of money, a lot of time, but I always kept my resources. So that was my strength.
Do you feel like that? Well, it is a lot of talent here in Chicago right now.
Absolutely.
And do you feel like a lot of our artists, I understand they can only do so much,
Mm-hmm.
but even with that reach back, because it's so many other artists here, young artists, underground artists, and they got it. But like I said, do you think that our artists that's on the platform are really reaching back like they should?
Yeah.
In your opinion?
Yeah. I think artists reach back. It's a misconception of how Chicago is. Chicago you can't help everybody. You
Facts.
try to. I at least try to. But you can't help everybody. If you don't know somebody, you don't trust them. Yeah, I'm gonna help they gonna help their people first.
Yeah.
But that's and that's what I'm trying to I'm trying to close that gap.
Mm-hmm.
Even just starting a company here and building from within. I've had offers to leave, a few times and start up, but I decided we wanted to do it here, and like I said, it's a misconception because you got the artists don't trust the DJs don't trust the artists, the managers don't trust. It's like everybody chasing their tail.
Yeah. And
it's just really a conversation of sitting down and okay, let's build within.
I understand it.
Yeah.
Because it was a I can't even see exactly. I can't even tell you where I heard it from, but it was something that got put up and said, who is going to be the person or who's going to be the why can't we have a label here? Why can't we have a CMG here to where he grabs so many people from the city or that person grabs some people from the city and we build from within instead of having to go out?
But you do you do have companies like that that's trying to do it, and I support everybody, but and that was my thing, to build that here. When we had Doe Street Entertainment, my partner, me and Doughboy, that's what we was trying to do before QC.
Mm-hmm.
We was that here. We had D-Lo, we had Stunt, we had E-Day, we had Nawisa. We came on all at the same time, moving at the same time, and they was all popping at the same time. So we just didn't take no deal. He ended up catching a fair case.
Gotcha.
And things altered. So with this new company that I started, Starlink Entertainment.
Shout out to Starlink.
That was what we doing now.
Do you have any artists under the belt right now, under the umbrella?
Yeah, I'm doing management under that particular, under the company right now.
Okay.
I can't announce the situation yet
Gotcha.
because it's not anything. We ain't signed the paperwork. But I got something big for Chicago that that's gonna help everybody.
Fire. Is it any way you looking for some new A&Rs and things like that?
Man,
because your boy,
we all gonna
I run. This is a whole clean sweep here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? This is a whole.
Hey man, you going crazy?
You feel what I'm saying? This is a clean sweep here, and I'm just like, hey, how can I join? How can I get in? You know what I mean? Because I know. Shout out to my man Cajun too, man. He told me, he said, man, in some way you just gotta find your way to get in or show what show some of your value. And man, somebody eventually gonna be like, hey, what you think or what can you bring?
We locked in now, bro.
Y'all heard it. It is. He said it. So hey, whatever comes out of it, just know
we locked in.
You know what I'm saying? I'm kind of locked in with Dex now. You know what I mean? Man, your balance game, as far as with being a manager, being an executive producer, artist development, and doing some of the life things that you want to do, and just taking care of yourself, even love life or anything like that. How are you balancing all that in one, bro?
It's not really no balance. I'm kind of detached from reality sometimes because I'm so focused in on what I'm doing, and it kind of it's a lot, but it's like it's a lot of grind. So the reality of life sometimes don't set in until something happens.
Is that healthy though?
It's not, but that's the way I've been working, honestly.
Can you see yourself eventually like slowing down and really taking care of yourself and your mental, and you know what I'm saying? Because you're giving so much to everybody else and everything that you're doing and requirements that you have, but feeding self though.
Yeah, I mean that's it's you set it up and let it run itself. You get some good people around you and let it run itself. Gotcha. And you just overlook it. That's how all these companies are ran.
Machine. That's
the machine.
That's the machine.
Shout out to Machine too. They doing stuff big too. Mickey, JB.
Hey.
All them.
Shout out to the guy. Yes, sir. Who, if you know, because I know you know so many. Who do you feel? Who are some of your favorites artists
from Chicago?
Yes, sir. Old or new?
Old or new?
Old or new.
All right, my favorite song from Chicago, it got to be the Wifey record from Spenzo. That's one of my biggest records.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
That's still go. No matter where it comes from.
Shout out to Spenzo.
Shout out.
The new cats, Polo G, Dirt, Lil Zay, the DCG, the youngins, the heavy steppers, all them cats.
Yeah. They the one they the ones that you feel like they gonna hold it right.
I stopped really dealing with rap. I was doing pop.
I saw that you said that. You said like you ain't really messing with an artist if he really promoting violence like that.
Yeah, I said if you're killing somebody on your record, I can't sell it. If you're dissing somebody on your record, somebody dead on your record, I can't sell it. So, and that was my stance. I had,
that's a moral thing, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a moral thing that you. Yeah, I get that.
Yeah. So I had saw the news one night. This kid got killed, innocent kid. I'm like, and I'm selling this. I'm advocating it, which that ain't the reason it happened. But at some point, we got to start doing something about what we put out there.
Mm-hmm.
Because they'll take your music down off of YouTube or I mean, they'll take your music off of Facebook or all on social media if you got somebody else for copyright infringement or whatever.
Yeah.
But you can actually go in there with a gun and threaten somebody, and they keep it up there. So it's like, you know, we gotta take responsibility for it too. You still could do your music.
Yeah.
And I'm not knocking it because I still rock out with it, but I can't advocate it.
You're more mindful.
Yeah.
And you said, okay, well, it ain't that one. I'm not doing that one. Or,
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But we can rock
They're
out.
still my guys though. Like
yeah.
All of, you know, I still, you know, come out to their shows or put them on a show, or whatever. I just can't post it or, you know.
Got you. I understand that. I definitely understand that. The camaraderie with even the Stop the Violence celebrity game that you did.
Mm-hmm.
How did that even come about, and what type of idea? Like, I understand why it happened, but just bringing so many people together, I know that had to be a joyful experience for you, man.
Yeah, I mean, when I originally started doing it, it's 5 years now. It's our 5th annual year doing it. When I first started doing it, I did it to influence other people to get involved with that.
Yeah.
To do it, you know, and it worked. But, you know, this last time I did it, I was like, you know, I want to leave some, you know, I don't want to just do it. I want to actually leave something with these kids. Not the good kids, not the bad kids, all the kids.
Yeah.
You know, because they need, like, we telling them to stop the violence, and they respect it for that moment.
Yeah.
But
what about the after effect?
We all get on the plane and leave after that. We're not leaving nothing back for them. A Big Brothers program, whatever, you know. So I pulled 2 organizations together. I picked 2. Well, I didn't pick them. My team picked 2 organizations, and we honored them. We honored the families that lost people, innocent. Some of them, innocent bystanders. We honored them, you know, and that's what we did at halftime.
Amazing.
So, but I want to like provide jobs, resource centers, district attorneys, because a lot of these kids don't know. They don't know the consequences of the action until they get locked up.
Until they get there. Yeah. And unfortunately, it happens that way because they so facet into, I got to get quick money, or I got to help, or I got to, you know what I'm saying, do for my family, or I got to do for my seed. And nobody wants the 2-week check money. They don't want the 9 to 5.
Yeah, we got to just start advocating that too. Like, we advocate the seatbelt law. We know when we get in our car, put on our seatbelt, because we see it everywhere. It's in our face.
Yes, sir.
You know, so we got to advocate the law of, you know, an illegal firearm as well. And these, you know, so have people thinking about it before. Not saying it's gonna like stop everything, but if it say like one life,
it's the awareness.
Yeah,
it's the awareness. You want to put heavy awareness on on that. Yeah, yeah. And like I said, who better for it? The mouth it comes out of, but you know what I'm saying, and just different other influences that's really doing it and people really paying attention to, because it does give you a second thought on top of that, especially if you're a kid. It's like, damn, like, instead of me getting this poll from my, you know what I'm saying, from my mans, let me go get this registered. Let me be right. Let me be straight.
Right.
You know what I mean? And not saying that we want to have kids having guns. I'm talking about when you get of age.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And shout out to Chicago, you know.
Shout out.
I get credit for the game, but everybody came together to make that happen.
Yeah.
You see my face on the flyer and Twister, but like everybody came together, from the radio stations to the securities, to the DJs, to like the artists and the influencers. Everybody came. Like, I didn't pay nobody for nothing, from the flyers being made, the posters, etc.
They wanted to. Everybody
played their, you know, part in it.
That's dope. That's dope. And to have that even type of to have that even type of power or influence on everybody, man. That speaks volume, bro. And that's why I was like, man, it's so important for me to even sit down and get your story and get, you know what I'm saying, pick your brain, because when people watch this, they might be like, well, damn. Okay, well, let me take some of these footsteps, you know what I'm saying? And how can, because a lot of people feel, and this is just from what I'm hearing, a lot of people feel that you can't be reachable, or Dirt can't be reachable, or Twister can't be reachable. Like you have to know somebody to even get to you.
No, man, I'm accessible. I'm not that accessible, but
you shouldn't be accessible.
Right,
all that exclusive. You know what I mean? You shouldn't be that accessible, but
you know, I'm not the one that's gonna ignore everybody, and I don't think Twister or Dirt do either.
No.
You know,
but it's just like, man, if you catch Dirk in the city, you catch him.
You right.
You know what I mean? But it's like, a lot of people can't hit the DMs and Dirk can hit back. Right. You know what I'm saying? Of course, because he can't, but it's not even really possible.
Right.
But it's just like, shit, I might not ever meet Dirk. You know what I mean? I might not ever meet this person. It's like that, and people feel like, well, shit, that's just somebody who made it. It gave me motivation from afar, but.
Right. I mean, he could just be an influence.
Yeah.
You know, and you got to look at it like that. But, you know, you will get in the room. Like, you moving.
I'm telling you, I'd be so grateful.
Big ups to Gotti.
I'd be so grateful, man, when either, shout out to Bria Banks, Power 92, man. She the first person that even brought me to a concert as media, as a +1. Right. You see what I'm saying? And that shit was the biggest thing. Right. I'm like, oh shit. Okay. Wait, oh, you go. This how it go? This through the back door? You go through this way?
Right.
Oh, okay. Shit, I'm media. Give me my pass. Right. And then even Bree Specific, she helped me out. She'll send me some things like, just hit this RSVP, things like that, and I'd be like, man, it really feels good, because even though like I've tried to get into the stations, that might not be my, you know what I mean? They might not see that, or they might not want that, but I know this has created, and my voice then got big, and that's the overall goal for me, is my voice to be a big thing.
Right.
And just even the little steps of getting into the room, man, it'd be like, I'd be like, I'm in the room. I done found my way in the room. It feel good. Like it feel good, and just like, man, I'm grateful.
Yeah, no, man. I checked you out, man, and you moving in a positive direction.
Yes, sir.
I support that, and you know, whatever I can do, like you good.
Man, hey, man, I feel so much better about this. I feel so much better about this, man. Do you think that what you're doing is a passion or a purpose?
Both.
Break it down, because they two different things.
I know. My passion drives me every day, and my purpose is to touch somebody else or help somebody else. And, you know, it's really to, you know, help or save a life, or save some life, or make people smile or happy, whatever. But that's my purpose. It's to, like, you know, be that bridge for people.
Mm-hmm. Be a bridge. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Same. It's aligning. It's aligning with everything. And that's why I'm saying, bro, this means so much to me, because I'm like, everything that you're saying is hitting. And it's aligning with everything that I want to do. I want to be a bridge. I want to be a gap. I want to, from the underground artist to the main artist, I want to be that bridge to where it's like, he might have never seen him, but he caught wind of him, and that can do something to somebody's spirit to hit them to another level, or
exactly.
You know what I'm saying, push more.
And it could be something simple as introduction, like, that's, you know, or
that's it.
Me telling you, hey, come go to this game with me.
Yeah.
You know, and you know. So it's you never know how you helping people. My thing is just to help, like you said earlier.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just help people.
What and to get personal on this one, what is something that you had to kill within yourself in order to grow, to make you grow as a person?
Within myself or around me?
No, within yourself. What is something that you just had to say, okay, I have to stop this. I have to, you know what I'm saying, like really get this out of me in order to, you know what I'm saying, prosper in different ways.
Well, really, just my desire to listen. First I had to, I always listen, but I'm, also too, if it ain't logical, I ignore it. And sometimes you have to okay, hear everybody out to get, to get a better answer.
A full assessment.
Yeah.
Of the whole. I got you.
So I had to really be open-minded in a lot of situations.
Mine is confidence, bro. As confident as you probably looking at me as like, oh, he's doing his thing, things like that. Before these mics come on, or before this, I have this thing to where I'm like, all right, God put you here for a reason. I know He put you here for a reason. I talk to myself. He put you here, but also it's like, man, you gotta do a job. You gotta do a good job, or either just, you know what I'm saying, but or make them happy in this type of way. But it's like overall, just do your best.
Yeah, it could be do your best, man. But I live by this thing called Course of Miracles.
Yes.
Nothing real can be threatened, and nothing unreal exists.
Say that one more time. Say that one. They got a process. Say that one more time.
Nothing real can be threatened, and nothing unreal exists. So I live by that. So I'm secure with who I am. It could be a relationship, a meeting. That boosts my confidence right there. That passage. And I live by that. So yeah, I walk in every room confident, not cocky, but confident. And it's cool to be nervous, but I'm looking at you like you're doing your thing. Like, why he ain't on TV yet?
Man, I'm telling you, Terrence J, Kenny Burns, them are my go-tos.
Okay.
To even with hosting, how they host the things that he say, and then even with Terrence J, how he's moving around. I'm like, why can't it be you? Why you can't be next? I got to slim down just a little bit.
No, you good, bro.
You know what I'm saying? I got to get my shit together. You know what I mean? I just came from the gym earlier. That's why I had to change some shit out. But yeah man, it's just that's the avenue. That's the avenue, bro.
Are you good? You on your way? Like seriously, and like you there?
My dog, I appreciate that, man. I really appreciate.
And I'm not just saying this, y'all. Like for real.
I will hope you not.
Where the camera at?
I right here. I will hope not. I will hope not, because I'm telling you, when this shit drop, ain't nobody gonna be able to tell me that this show ain't the shit. I'm telling you that. I'm gonna be like, what the heck? You can't tell me I ain't got one of the top shows in the city right now.
Oh no, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Ain't nobody gonna be able to tell me shit.
And it's positive.
You feel me?
And it's
I don't like the negative stuff. That ain't in my business, and we got too much of that. So I'd rather shine the light and put the light on you as it is. Put the light on you and just give your story, because like I said, you never know who it can touch, bro.
Exactly.
You never know who it can touch. And like I said, this right here, even if it's years and years that's passed, man, and I don't speak to you or I haven't heard from you.
We locked in.
This right here, bro, did so much for me.
I appreciate it.
You don't know what you did for me, bro. I'm telling you, you don't.
I appreciate it.
And before I let you out of here, man, I got a game for the show. This is how we end the show. So basically, it's called the 10 name game.
Okay.
So basically, I'm gonna fire off 10 things or 10 names, and you got to give me your answer in a 1-word answer. So basically, if I say music, the first thing that pop in your mind in 1 word, what would it be?
Love.
Boom. That's how the game go.
Okay.
That's how it go. All right. 10 things. You ready?
Let's go.
Here it go. Therapy.
Need it.
Chicago.
Love.
Violence.
Hate.
Twister.
Friend.
The culture.
I love it.
Your parents.
Everything.
Entrepreneurial. Being an entrepreneur, I'm sorry.
Being an entrepreneur. Overrated.
Whoa.
Because there's more to it than that.
I've never heard that. I've never heard that. That was the first one. You threw me. You threw me for that one. Business.
What business?
Put it like this. Okay. The music business.
I love it.
Materialistic things.
Overrated.
Last one. If you could sum your life up into one word from back then, when you first got started, and to right now, what would that one word be?
Principle.
Ooh. Clap it up. Clap it up. That was good. Yeah. So, we got to give you a grade. How we grade you. Raw. What we give them, man? You heard all the answers.
Come on, man.
We gotta give them from A to F, and we can't be biased because he's Dex.
I feel like he was genuine. You know what I mean? I feel like a lot of people, they say stuff and don't mean it. I feel like he came in and gave authentic. So I gotta give him an A.
Gotta give him an A.
There we go.
Okay. He got him an A. Okay, all right. And me, bruh, I had to ding you. So I give you A- because you said need it twice.
Okay.
You said need it twice. So I gave you A-.
Okay, that's cool.
That's cool?
Yeah, that's cool.
Cool. I couldn't be biased because he did. I couldn't do it. So I had to find something.
Yeah.
I ain't being petty, but that's just what it was.
No, that's love.
Two things, man. I ask of you is I just need 10 followers from you, bro. I don't need 20, I don't need 30. I just need 10 followers from you, bro. I just need 10. That's it. Whether it's a post, whether it's a shout out, whatever. I just need 10. You already follow me, so I'm grateful for that.
All right.
You know what I mean? And the second thing is, brother, I just need you to take care of yourself and be safe. Because we need people like you, the man that you are, the man that God ordained you to be, man, and I know it's still more to you. We need to keep you safe, bro. And we need to protect you in every way possible because you're very important. You're a major player, and everything that you got your hands on, man, I know it turns to that. And it's for a good purpose. Yeah. So just take care of yourself, bro. Period.
Will do, man.
Because it's crazy out here.
I appreciate you too, by the way.
It's crazy out here.
I know.
You know what I mean? It's crazy. Tell everybody how they can get in touch with you and everything that you got coming up, please.
You can get in touch with me. My website, dex@starlinkent.com.
Yes, sir.
All my social media platforms. That's it. At Dex Millions.
Anything coming up that you might could talk about? Anything special around the city that might be coming up?
I can't talk about it, but I got some stuff coming up around the city that's gonna help a lot of people, careers that ain't started yet.
Fire.
You know? I have some things in LA too that's helping some people in LA. Yeah, I mean, I'm just out here,
Just doing you.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Just follow me and follow this podcast.
Yes, sir. Y'all heard it because I was already gonna say it anyway.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna pub you. I got it. I got you. I'm gonna pub you.
Hey,
this is a great thing you're doing, by the way.
Thank you, brother. Thank you, brother.
Gratitude, bro.
Thank you, man. I built this, man, from the ground up. I'm only 3 years in, and yeah, man. And the people that didn't sat across from this seat, man, and I didn't talk to, and I didn't build a relationship with, man, blows my fucking mind every day. Every day.
Yeah.
So, man, y'all already know where to find me. Official_YUNG Gotti on Instagram and on Facebook. Urban Woods Jr. Man, don't, that's my name. It is what it is. Y'all know me as Gotti. Everybody know me as Irv. It is what it is. Just call me and follow the page, man. My my YouTube, G World Media, where you can find all this dope ass content, all these dope ass people that I bring on here, man, and just run these numbers up, man. I'm monetized now. So, hey, I'm monetized. Let's get this thing going. Let's get these views going up, man. I want to be, you know what I mean? Well, I'm going to be, not want to be. I'm going to be the staple. So any artist, y'all gonna have to come sit down with me eventually.
Exactly.
Y'all gonna have to. It ain't even no, it ain't no what you call it. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to be the new Vlad around this motherfucker. Around Chicago, because we need it. Why go all the way out there when we got one right here? I'm here. I'm right here. Oh man. Gotti's World Show, man. How I end the show, man. Thank you, God, for another dope episode. Thank you, God, for this beautiful brother in front of me. My engineer, thank you, man. Raw. You know the show wouldn't be shit without you. I appreciate you. Evian Studios, it built it. It built the Gotti's World Show, man. Y'all already know how it is. And we did it, man. Dex Millions in the building. We did one. We out of here. Yeah.
Gotti, hard body, Gotti's World. We some mob bosses. Tune in, don't just come across. We do it all, y'all just for the talk. Might lose your mind when you hear these topics, no cap, think about it. Who you know going this hard, all real, all wait, think about it. Best interviews, who is this? We don't do all this, that entrepreneurship. Coming late, join the viewership. Education, relationships, businesses, view the clips. This the Midwest takeover. Going overtime to invent on focus. Bringing guests in from all over. Whole lot of game, we don't need a closer. Gotti, hard body, Gotti's World. We some mob bosses. Turn them L's to lessons, we don't do the losses. Dedication daily, ain't no other options. Booking up these lots on every show we plotting. Pull up a chair, make sure you watching. Subscribe, get them notifications popping. Pull up all the champagne, we gon' get it poppin'.